Do you like surprises? If you don't use a title company, you might be in for some. My name is Andres. This is the Ventura County Real Estate Show, where I explain real estate jargon, transactions, types, and real estate investing. Let's get into it. Title companies serve a very important purpose in the transaction of a home. So when you, as a buyer, make an offer on a home. Previous episode, we talked about escrow. You then enter into escrow where you deposit some sort of something of value, money, into an escrow account. The escrow office holds this earnest money, like you're showing that you are serious about going through with this transaction. Title company comes in. What the title company does is it pulls the title on the home, and the title is different from a deed. So a title gives the history of the ownership of the home. This also includes third parties that put a lien, and a lien, I mean, look at the official. A lien is a claim or legal right against assets that are typically used as collateral to satisfy a debt. So if someone is not up to date on their taxes, if it's like a mechanic's lien, which is someone does work on this person's house and they default or do not pay on completing the work, the person that started the work can put a lien on the home, right? When some transaction happens on this home, I want my cut off of what they get, right? That's what a lien is. So a title shows ownership of the home throughout the history of the home. It also shows any liens that the property has on it. Okay, so as a buyer, that's important to you because if you're buying a home from person X and they're saying, "Yeah, I'm the only owner of the home and everything's great," and when you get the keys, there's gonna be no problems. When the title company pulls the title and does their investigation, they find that not only person X is on there, but person Y is also on the deed. Then they're going to come and give you a report that says you have to go find person Y and see if it's okay for you to buy their home at the price that you're going to give them. If the title company does their investigation and they say, this person had an addition onto their house, this person is, third party is asking for them to pay their bill that they skipped out on, somebody is going to have to take care of this before this transaction can go through. So the title company does all that work for you. So they pull the title. So a deed is who owns the property. Now a title is who has owned it. Are there any other people that say they own it? So if everything comes back good, you get a clean deed. They say, okay, so scenario A is something's wrong, and they tell you what's wrong with it, and then you can go and work it out with the person that's selling the home and say, who's person Y, and why haven't you paid this guy, and what are we going to do about it? Or you just say, nope, I don't want to do this because there's all these extra people involved, and it's not going to be as clean a process as I want it to be. That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario is they come back and they say, yep, this is the only person that owns the home. It's clean. They owe no money. On that day, they say, okay, I'm going to buy title insurance. I'm going to verify and certify that you're going to pay for this insurance, that the title company has said everything's great. Transaction should go off without a hitch. If something comes up later, the title insurance, you can pay extra for better, or standard covers most of it. The title insurance takes care of, what might come up, and that's usually a lien that they didn't see. Usually doesn't happen. Third party that comes, or extra owner, that's usually on the deed or comes up later. But that title insurance takes care of all that for you. So that's really the main job of the title company is, they're in the trenches verifying ownership, looking at everything that people have on their deed and past people on the title, so that when you buy the home, you know who you're buying it from and if they owe anyone else any money. After that's all finished and they verify, do you take care of the problems, or you verify everything's good, you have title insurance, the transaction can then proceed. Usually, title companies and mortgage companies, you can find them together. So that's like a one-stop shop. Once everything's taken care of, then they facilitate not only the transferring of any monies that are involved, taking care of making sure that all of like reports and inspections are completed. And they then say, okay, loan guy, you can now release the money to the seller. Seller, you now have to hand over the deed. They redo the deed. They redo the title, and they submit those new documents to the county. So you can see that these people play a really important part of the transaction, and it's very specific what they do. So they should. It should be a separate party that does this, right? You don't want your real estate agent to not only have to either buy or sell your home and make sure all that documentation is taken care of. You don't want them to have to worry about a whole other set of documentation, them having to become a private investigator to verify everything's good in your home. That's why these people, the title company, they specialize in this and they're good at it, and they have like all the tech, right? The sleuthing ability to go and find all this information. So usually the cost is split between the two parties because everyone benefits from this service. You have to buy the title insurance, but anything else, right? You guys can discuss, negotiate, and everything's negotiable. So anyway, title companies are important. You don't want to go through a transaction without them. You don't want to have to do this all on your own because you don't want to come to the end of the transaction and find out that somebody missed something and then all your hard work was for naught and you have to start over someplace else. So that's title companies. My name is Andres. This is a Ventura County Real Estate Show. I'm a local real estate agent here in Ventura County. If you have any real estate questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. What's the market like? What's coming down the pipeline? Drop me a message. I'll get back to you. We can talk real estate. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.